Hey guys, it's me, Nikki. I know a little bit random because you can't see me, but today I wanted to go over my makeup collection and my filming area. My filming area is in my living room. I know you guys can see the TV right there. That's how it works, and this is how I usually film, but I've just expanded my storage for makeup. If you guys can see, I've got 2 extra drawers, and I thought I'd just do an updated makeup collection for you guys. Okay, so moving in a little bit closer, this Hollywood mirror is from Illuminated Mirrors, and these 2 stands are glass makeup organizers from Glass Makeup Organizer on Instagram. They were kindly gifted. I've also got my brushes, like here, in an acrylic drawer container, and I've got some brushes on the other side. These drawers that you can see right here, let me just see if I can move you guys because it gets a little bit difficult, but these drawers right here are from IKEA. They're called the Alex drawers. I'll link them down below, and the worktop is also from IKEA. Okay, so let's just start up top here. The glass makeup organizer I've actually organized really neatly. We have a space in here now, which I really love, but this stand just holds all my glosses. So it's more balms and glosses, and then I've also got lip liners at the bottom. It's just really handy for me to store my lips in here because then I can see them, and usually I always add on lips last anyway, so these are the ones that I'll reach for. I've been loving glosses recently as well. The drawers kind of look like this. They're very deep, so I've got all of my lip liners. I like to have a little bit of room with lip liners just because I can then move them around and then see what I want. These are not in any particular order. I think in the future I'd like to have them so they were like pinks, reds, all in separation, nudes, light nudes. I think that would be a lot easier for me, but for now this is working. And then if you guys can see, this flap just opens up like this, and I've got all of my glosses stacked here. They're just in acrylic cases, like drawers that I've turned upside down. And these glosses are not in here for any particular reason, just that I wanted glosses up in here. So that is that. If you move in, sorry, I'm holding you on a tripod, so I hope it's okay. I've got glosses in here, and then it just kind of goes down like that into balms. And then over here, I've just got my brushes. I've got all my detailer, like blending brushes, and then here, I've got like my fluffier brushes. I like to keep my I can't speak. I like to keep my brushes on display. I think the reason being is because I like to just grab for them, but I think in the end, I'd like to put them in drawers just for hygiene purposes. These are all my brushes. Okay, so I thought it'd be best to move from inside outwards on the left-hand side. The first drawer that is on my left-hand side, don't mind the wires, sorry about that, are concealers. You guys know that I love concealers. These trays again are from the drawer trays in the acrylics. Then I got these actually from Wilkinson's that are really, really handy, just acrylic drawers, just to separate things. I've got, these concealers are not in order, but they're in brands. So you've got Makeup Revolution, I've got MAC, and I've got NARS. And then I've got a couple of my cream concealers down there that I don't really tend to go for these cream ones that much, so they're back there. The only thing that I would say about Alex drawers is that you can't like reach to the back, you know. I like to open a drawer and see all of it, but it's just at the back, you can't see what's going on. That's the only annoying thing about the Alex drawers. Okay, the second drawer down from there is also concealers because I have a love for concealers, and I have an overflow of concealers. These ones are the ones that I tend to reach for, like the Too Faced. You've got Iconic London. I've got in here concealers and then cream contours as well, because it all comes within base makeup and it just flows nicely for me to have it in these drawers. For separation, these are really, really good. I think they're called the Stroger. They're like plastic, not very good quality, but you don't need them to be plastic cutlery drawers. For separation, I would really, really recommend them. They go in the shallow drawers as well as the larger drawers. And that's what I like to do if I've not got too much going in a larger drawer, but I want it to be separated. But again, just concealers. If you ask me why I've got so many concealers, is genuinely because I have an addiction to concealers, and all my life I've struggled with dark circles, so I've got a good selection of concealers. Now, third drawer down, I have all my eyeshadow palettes. I really needed storage for eyeshadow palettes because I was getting loads. You get sent a lot in PR, and I just feel like I didn't have anywhere to put them, and also I couldn't really see what I had that was new. So these are actually all Makeup Revolution palettes. I like I don't like to go by brand, but I like them just to all be neat. And then you've got a mixture here. I've got all my Anastasias here as well. These are ones that I sort of kind of reach for all the time, and these are my drugstore that I reach for all the time, so it just made sense. So I've got all my eyeshadow palettes here. Now in this drawer I also have eyeshadow palettes. Obviously an overflow of eyeshadow palettes, but these ones are a little bit smaller, I would say. I've got different palettes in here. This wasn't like a... I didn't want to do a video that was showing me everything that I had, because I just think that would be so long. But obviously I've got my Hudas, I've got my Too Faced, and then I've got palettes here that are new. So this one would be like for a giveaway, but I'm just keeping it there safe. That's the Navina palette. And Kat Von D MAC Iconic London. Let me know if you want me to show you everything, but this is more kind of like how I store it. So these again are eyeshadow palettes. And then again for this drawer, this is the last drawer in the Alex drawer set, eyeshadow palettes, but these ones are the smaller ones. I find these so tricky to stack, and I like these. Like, I love smaller palettes for traveling. I've got your Melt Rust Stacks, I've got a Dose of Colors, I've got, yeah, Dose of Colors Baked Brown is one of my favorites that I'd like to travel with. That one's great because it's just got all warm matte tones, and that's very me. But these are all the smaller ones, so like all the Huda Beauty Obsessions. I've got some Technic. And then I've got small and the large. So overly large, like my James Charles palette, my Morphe palettes will all sit in here because I can't stand them upright. And that is the end of the eyeshadow palettes. Now moving on to the other set of Alex drawers. The first drawer is actually primers and mixers. So these are all kind of like the oils or the lotions that I like to add in to my foundation to shade them out. Then I've got some highlighters. I've also got primers. If you know me, I'm not the biggest fan of primers, but we have primers in here when I want to add them into a tutorial. And then I've got like strobe cream. So anything that goes with the base makeup, anything that goes underneath it will sit in this drawer. This drawer was a mess. It's actually a lot cleaner now. But I would still like to just kind of declutter this drawer. But nonetheless, that is this one. The second drawer down from that drawer is actually all powders. These are all baking powders. Now, funnily enough, for someone like me that doesn't, like, has a love-hate relationship with baking, has a love-hate relationship with powder. Sometimes I use powder, sometimes I really just don't. I don't like it at all. I have quite my few fair share of powders, but I would say some of my favorites are the Bare Minerals. This is the concealer, but I use it like as a powder to brighten. That one's amazing. I also love, which I can't find now, but it's the NARS. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. I don't know why it's right at the back. It's this one. This is the NARS Translucent in Crystal. That is a perfect kind of setting powder, and then you can work alongside that and add concealer on top if you want. I also keep some powders that are new on this side, but I've also got room to grow, which is nice. It's nice to always have room to grow the collection. The third drawer, this Alex drawer, is all to do with mascaras. You've got felt tip liners and liquid liners. I've got eye koals and gels for my waterline, anything that's going in my waterline. And then I've got all brows. So you guys know that I love Benefit for brows. So Benefit will be in this drawer for brows. And I've got loads of that. And this drawer is a little bit messy. I think I could switch it up and do like pen liners and liquid liners and separate them and declutter it all. But I just haven't got round to it. I've also got mascaras at the back here. But this drawer definitely doesn't need to be like this, because it's actually a thick drawer, like a wide drawer, deep drawer, so to say. I could put a lot in here. I think for the time being this just works, but it would work better in a shallower drawer. So when my collection grows a little bit more, I can think about moving this to a shallower drawer and then filling this one up with things that are bigger. Then you've got the fourth drawer in the Alex drawer. I would say the same thing applies to this one. Again, this is a deep drawer, so this would fit more in a shallow drawer because it's little things. But for now, I'll keep it in here. These are all of my glitters. So I do have glitter pigments at the back. I tend to actually love glitters. What are these called? Like liquid glitters. The reason being is because I hate fallout glitter. So that has always been something that I don't really like to use glitters for, is because of this fallout. But now that I've got loads of liquid glitters, it's so much easier. And because I've got a love for them, I've got quite a few. I've actually got this new from Bella Pierre, this stack. How cute is it? So pretty. I haven't used it yet, but that will be in a tutorial soon. So these are all my hooders. I've got some more hooders, and then just some liquid glitters from Technic. You've got Barry M, you've got Collection, I've got Lottie London. I love the Urban Decay glitters. I've got MAC pigments here, and then I've also got glitter pigments here as well. These are beautiful for like Bollywood makeup. I just like this drawer because it's so colourful and it looks really, really pretty as well. Then the bottom drawer in this set of Alex drawers holds lashes. So I'm a big lover of lashes. I've got all my hooders here. I really like fey lashes that are sitting here, unicorn lashes as well, and then I've got an overflow of like Ardell's and just a mixture of Catty, just a mixture of lashes here. I always struggle with finding like the perfect lash to use, but I know that I always go with one of these ones. So I could probably declutter this a little bit more. And I also need to go through like a rampage of cleaning all my lashes and kind of just chucking out the ones that are a little bit worn. If you guys know me, then you know that I'll wear my lashes probably about, I don't know, 15 times. Yeah, probably more than 15 times. If I love a lash, you'll see it on me like 20 times, 25 times until it's really battered. And then I have to get rid, until it tears, I have to get rid of it. But I love lashes. Unicorn lashes are actually my new obsession. I love their lashes. They're so wispy. The packaging is so cute. I mean, it's not the best for stocking. I'd prefer it in like a smaller container, but they're just really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you guys to this set of Alex drawers. Now, these actually don't have much in them. So this one is empty. This one has got just stuff that I'm looking at that's new. I think this one's got new stuff in it for videos as well. And then at the bottom two, I'll just show you because they kind of tie in with hair. So this drawer right here is just for all my hair tools in it. I've got the hair products that I reach for, and I don't reach for a lot at all. It'll be hairspray. You've got like this Give Me Texture when I want more of a wet look, along with oil and the polish. I could probably move some of this into that drawer, but I don't want two drawers of hair. And then I've got all my curling tongs, I've got my rubber bands, just stuff for hair. I don't tend to love doing my hair that much. If you guys have noticed, it's always up. But this stuff is here nonetheless, and bobby pins, just things that I will need. Now the drawer below that is actually camera equipment. I like to keep my camera equipment in here just because it's all part of the filming process, and I like to have it easily accessible. I like to have all my chargers, all my batteries. I mean, I've got my camera right now, but I'm not using the extra equipment, but it's nice just to have it in a drawer really nicely put away. Now what I would say is that for these drawers, I'm out of breath guys, for these drawers right here, these would be for when I get PR. I'd put new things in here that I'm looking at. Or it's also just really nice for me to have because I've never had extra space when my collection grows. If I've got anything that's new, or I'm getting more concealers or something like that, I can kind of just add into one of these drawers and overspill, so I don't need to get any more storage. Now we're moving on to the right side. So this side will hold all of my matte lips. I've got liquid lipsticks in there. This is all just kind of like liquid lipsticks. Sorry, this is a little bit rough in filming, but liquid lipsticks all in here. And then I've got lipsticks going down in there. So nothing too fancy. I also have my brushes just being held here. Again in an acrylic container, and then my mirror that I use for filming. You guys were also wondering about these fairy lights because I often get questions about these fairy lights, funnily enough. They are actually called curtain lights. So they're, I don't know how to explain them. If you type in net curtain fairy lights on eBay, you'll see that they're like draping lights. Mine actually got tangled in transport and I could never untangle them. They just took ages. So what I ended up doing was just putting them together, and actually they worked out better because the little flicker's nice when it's out of focus behind my videos. I just like the look of it. Okay, for the first set of drawers in the right hand side of the Alex drawers is again to do with base makeup. This is all of my foundation, well, it's half of my collection of my foundation. I've got The Ordinary, we've got Huda, I've got stick foundations. Now stick foundations I don't actually love, but I love them for cream bronzing. So they're on this side. I've got Makeup Revolution. I'd say these foundations right here are like the heavier foundations, so like night out foundations. And then because I've obviously got more foundations, it's gonna overspill into the next drawer. So the second drawer I would say are the more wearable. I think I put them in the second just because when I sit down and because I'm quite short, these are really easy to reach for. These are again foundations. You've got all EX1. I love NARS Sheer Glow. You've got All Day Radiant, Wet n Wild, MAC Face and Body. I've got these new ones that are like skin lab ones that you could actually sleep in and they're healthy for your skin, which is so bizarre to me. But it's just an overflow of, again, more foundations. So the third drawer down is contour palettes and blush palettes. I've also got one huge highlighter palette that I can't fit anywhere, so it's gone in there. But this is more just palettes because I've also got individuals. I've got these individuals because I can't fit them anywhere. These are the new Benefits, which I love, and I was part of this campaign. If you don't know, check it out in Boots. And then I've got these blushes. I've got larger kind of bronzers. I've got cream contour kits in here, and then blush palettes along this side. I like to try and keep this as organized so I don't have blusher and bronzer mix. So these are blushes, these are bronzers. It's just a little bit easier like that for me. But yeah, just palette forms in here. So if I just want something that I'm going away and I need it all in one, I'll reach for these. Again, there's a cutlery drawer in here that's a little bit of a separator, so it just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so the next drawer, funnily enough, I didn't know what to put in it, but I needed somewhere to put my tools. So this drawer just seemed to be the best. I wanted to have all of my beauty blenders out because I don't actually use them all because I can't see them. So I've got like the new Jeffree Star, you've got some Morphe, I've got Beauty Blender. Oh, I've got Makeup Drop in here. See, it's already a mess. So these are beauty blenders, and then I've got hair clips, contact lens solution, palettes to mix on, cotton buds. I've got brush cleaner. This is a Sigma one that I haven't actually used yet, but I want to use a brush cleaner. It's like a stick-on thing. I need to use it, I need to figure it out. And then you've got duo glues in here, scissors, tweezers, all my contacts at the back as well. I just needed a drawer for it. Granted, it didn't need to be a big drawer, it could have been a shallower drawer. But I mean, it's easy to fill the space up with this stuff, and then I can put tools and things in here so it still gives me the ability to grow. And then the last drawer is probably the heaviest drawer in all of these drawers right here, so I thought I'd put it at the bottom. Is actually all my setting sprays. Now initially, if you've watched my videos, you know that I had them in the glass makeup organizer. I just felt like it was looking a bit messy. I wanted things to look cleaner, so I thought I'd put all of my setting sprays in a drawer. Now granted, I don't need this many setting sprays, but I get sent a lot in PR as well, and I just like them. Believe it or not, in my lifetime I will go through all these setting sprays. You've seen how much I drench myself, and I love a dewy glow. And it's always nice to just try new ones. So I've been trying the Kat Von D Locket. I've also been trying the Morphe, and I like that one. I've heard a lot about that, and I do like that so far. You've got the Revolution ones. These ones smell amazing. I really like this herbal spray by Quantum Botanica as well. That's more of like a skincare kind of one. The MAC. This is the Cherry Blossom. But yeah, a whole drawer dedicated to setting sprays. And you best believe when summer comes, I'm going to be bringing out the iconic London. I love these. For summer, these are stunning. Like to bronze up the legs with, do the face, the chest. So I'll be bringing that out soon. So this is my next set of Alex drawers. Accidentally, I was filming these drawers for you guys and then realised I've missed a whole section out. So let's go back. This is my, what is it? My blushes and bronzers. These are my individuals. And they're together because I don't have that many in terms of, I don't have like a drawer each for them. So I've got blushes here in this section, and then these are all bronzers. And a blusher that I can't obviously fit there. This is one of my favourite blushes actually. It's the Wet n Wild Colour Icon in Pearlescent Pink. I know Makeup by Mario uses this. Really beautiful coral colour. And then just like kind of just individuals, I've got here, this will get cleared out. These are just like makeup samples that I got in PR, but I thought they might be handy if I wanted to do, I don't know, like a full face of foundations. It might be handy to have all different shades. So I've just got them laying there again in the IKEA cutlery drawer. And that's about it really, just all blushes and bronzers as individuals. The next drawer down from that is all highlighters, and I have enough highlighters to fit a whole drawer. So these are just my individual highlighters. I've got some jelly ones in here that I couldn't fit in the next drawer, but these are mostly just all powder highlighters. I've got like my Anastasia So Hollywood Loose, I've got Fenty here, some MAC Revolution. I've also got, you can tell how much I love this one, is Filthy. This is the Ofra. I think this is probably my favorite highlighter out of all of them. Ofra Everglow by Nikki Tutorials as well, the collab, love that. And then I've got the Dolls Beauty one, I've got Pearl, just individual highlighters. They also range in different colors, so you've got darker, you've got lighter, I've got pinker, depending on what I want to go with my look. This drawer here is actually a little bit more of a heavier one. This has got all of my highlighter palettes, so I've got loads of quads here, and then the bigger palettes back here. I've also got my liquid highlighters. These are ones that I like to mix into foundation. You've got Nip and Fab, I've got the Iconic London, I've got a bronzing oil because summer's coming up, so I've put that out because I'll be liking to bronze my body with that. I've got a NARS highlighter. I've actually got a NARS Laguna bronzer in here, so it is kind of like a little bit body but then shimmer as well. So these are quads. These are ones that I'd like, the sleek ones that I'd be reaching for if I was going away on holiday and I needed just to take something away that was all in one and I didn't want to take an individual. These are really nice to take. I've got Ofra as well, but this drawer is a little bit more jam-packed, so if I had another highlighter quad come in, I'd probably have to put it into like my bronzer and blush palette drawer. Now that is my makeup collection actually done. It's all out, so you guys have seen it. We're gonna move on to skincare. I'm a big fan of skincare, and if you watch my Instagram you know that I love skincare. My skin's really improved since I've been looking after it. So we're gonna move on to masks. Now initially, if you look at my old storage collection on Instagram, or I think even on YouTube, I had all of my skincare in terms of masks in one drawer, and it just was not working. Every time I tried to open the drawer it would like get stuck, and then I'd have to unscrew and find what was behind, and it was just terrible. So what I've done is I've split it into two drawers now. I've got all my sheet masks. So I've got loads of Patchology. This is the new Glad Glow that I want to put in a video. I've got like eye masks. You've got eye masks and lip as well here. But just anything that is in sheet form will sit in this drawer. And then in this drawer, which I'm really happy about because it gives me room to grow, are all of my masks. Now my number one favorite mask probably ever is the Kiehl's Turmeric and Cranberry Seed Energizing Radiance Mask. Love this so much. I've also got like my gel mask, a fan. I've got my facial sponges in here, and I will put my cotton pads and stuff like this at the back because I need to get some new ones. I've run out, but they would be sitting at the back right here. But this is all of my masking that's messy masking, basically, that you put on, you know, like your Boscia. This is the charcoal pudding, as opposed to sheet mask. If I want more of like a cleaner, if I want to clean my skin, these are the masks that I'll go for. Finally, we've got to the last set of Alex drawers. We got there, guys. The first drawer, so all of this is now skincare. The first drawer is all the little bits of skincare. So you've got a cutlery drawer in here. The first two sections I've got eye cream. I've got MZ Skin, Olay, Benefit. I've got Bobbi Brown, Ofra. I love the Givenchy, but it was sent to me in PR, and I know it's hella expensive, but I love that. I've then in this one got like my Kiehl's lip butter mask, Kiko lip oil, Clarins lip oil. The Comfort lip oil in different colours is stunning. I love that. Just lip balms. I've also got an overflow of lip balms that I don't tend to reach for that much, but they're here. Are these ones in this end section, and then this section right here is like my derma rollers, my gadgets, face massagers, threading stuff, a lip scrubber. Well, it's actually a tongue scraper, but I use it as a lip scrubber back here. My face scraper is back here, and just my facial massagers are in there as well. The second drawer down is, again, I wanted to keep it a little bit more in sections, and it's helped me so much with skincare videos. I can kind of just reach for like my serum, reach for my lip, and it's just a lot easier for me now. These are my serums. So I've got oils here. I love the Drunk Elephant. This is the Marula Luxury Facial Oil, beautiful. I've got a serum mist by Star Skin. I've got some new Rose Deep Hydration Face Serum by Fresh. And then I've got just newer serums here, just serums that I like to use. One of my favorites is the Exuviance. These are the vitamin C capsules. They are banging. So a serum is used underneath your moisturizer. It's highly potent and it's gonna attack them problem areas, and that's why you would use a serum. You'd see the most change with a serum when doing skincare as opposed to like a facial moisturizer or a night cream. So that is my serum drawer. The third drawer down are all of my cleansers. So I've got in here oil cleansers that I love. Oh, see, when you move something, it all kind of just goes to shit. I've got oil cleansers and water cleansers. I do believe in double cleansing, so cleansing with an oil and then cleansing with the water. I just think you can really clean your skin like that. I've also got milky washes, so if you like a gel wash like the Boscia, I've got ones if you like just to wash your face as opposed to use cotton pads to save waste. But I love, you guys know that I love Bioderma, so there's a lot of Bioderma in here. You've got New Nod, Embryolisse, anything to basically take your makeup off with is in this drawer. The next drawer is full of all moisturizers. So I have quite a few moisturizers actually. Until I put them together did I realize. I've got Ofra, Algenist, Filorga is a beautiful brand, like a skincare brand that I love. For moisturizers, I've got Embryolisse, I've got Star Skin, Bare Minerals, and then I've got some high drugstore like L'Oreal. I'm not the biggest fan of this actually, so that's why it's pushed to the back. And then I've got the moisturizers just go in towards the end. I also love the Origins Original Skin Moisturizer. I've got some new ones like this one, the Exuviance. I need to try that. And just the moisturizer actually mixed up in terms of day and night, because I find it a little bit easier just to sift through them. And that is all moisturizers. If you guys know me, I have like a dehydrated dry skin, so I like a rich moisturizer, something that's really just gonna moisturize and keep you moisturized throughout the night all day. So like the Filorga would be beautiful. And then the last drawer finally we got there is actually, it should actually go higher. It should probably be switched with this drawer, which I might do, is toners and scrubs. Now, I've actually just grown my love for scrubs. Do you know which ones I actually love, guys? I love the Nip and Fab if you want more of a harsher scrub. So if you want like a real polished skin and you want to feel super clean, then get the Nip and Fab. Or I love the L'Oreal Smooth Sugars. The harsher one out of the two is the Glow. Kiwi smells amazing, and then you've got the coffee scrub, which is really nice but more of a subtle scrub. I love my toners as well, so these are the ones that I'll reach for when I need an extra clean or just within my skincare. I like to add a toner, it softens the skin as well. Is the Pixi Glow Tonic. I love the Fresh Rose one, more so because I love the packaging and I like it because it is hydrating. It's just not as strong as the Pixi. And then at the back here I've got like some cognac sponges. I've got well, the cognac sponges are in this plastic container. These are the facial sponges you always ask me about. You guys ask me so much about these. You can get them from Primark, Savers, Boots. They're just called facial cleansing pads, I think. I've got my bubble maker there at the back, and I've just got like pads and stuff like that in here. So guys, that is it. I hope I haven't missed anything out. I hope you guys really enjoyed my makeup collection and skincare collection and a little bit of hair down there. I'll see you guys in my next video. I just wanted to share this with you, and I'll leave everything down storage wise in my description box.